Hi, my name is Danielle and I'm with Rallybound, and in this tutorial I'm going to walk you through how you would create and modify a standalone donation page. This view that I'm at is the view you would see as an administrator who logs into the system. You would have all of the existing campaigns or donation pages or ticketing pages that you have already created for your organization listed on this view. But if you want to create your own donation page, what you would do is you would go to this plus button that's in the right hand side, and you would select to create a new donation page. Now this view is pretty simple. It's only going to ask for a few general fields. In this instance, I'll just say donation for the beach. Let's say it was a special campaign where people were going to donate to clean up a beach. After I select the name, if I have multiple URLs, I would be able to select it here. In this example, I only have one. I could choose to add a description that might help administrators behind me to understand what this campaign was for, or even after the campaign has ended for us to be able to remember. I would be able to put my goal amount, which if I had a progress bar, which is a widget that you can choose to have or not have, usually located on the right hand side of standalone donation pages, this is where that goal would pull from. So I'm just going to say $10,000 to keep our beach clean. The location, I'm going to say it's Hermosa Beach. I'm going to create the campaign. So while Rallybound is thinking, no longer, it's creating the campaign on that URL I had decided. Initially, after it's created, the campaign is going to be delisted, which means if I have a platform page that pulls in existing campaigns or donation pages on a search bar, or even cards that are displayed on the main page of the site, a delisted site will not show up. However, even though it won't show up, if you have a link directly to that site, you'd still be able to access it. Usually the campaigns are going to be delisted until you go in and you make modifications and changes and it's ready to go live. So this view is going to be very similar to other campaigns that you have, and you can go and access the front end or the back end. So first we'll go to the front end. Here's my page. It's pretty basic. You will see that you have an enable editing feature that's here over on the right hand side. I can choose to enable editing, put my logo and a placeholder picture here. I can also choose to have or not have these widgets, which would be the progress bar, a social share, recent donations, which would showcase people who have recently donated to this campaign. Then we have a blank widget, which if you have something else that you would like to show there, we can utilize that widget for that reason. And then also a sponsor widget. You can see with these that have the plus sign that they're not being utilized for the site, so I can add them. And for these that have the X, I can take them away if I don't want to have them. I'm able to modify the donation amount if I decided I wanted to play with the numbers to see what produced a greater yield. And that's about it. So on the front end of the site, once it's created, you can use this as a standalone page and direct to it directly. Or if you'd rather embed your donation page on a site that you have or that you maintain, just let us know and we can give you the HTML code and you can embed that directly on your site. It's dynamic and it will update if you came and you made updates to this specific page. To update the actual language in the donation form, what you'd want to do is go to the admin panel that's in the back end, and you would go to your form builder, which will have a donation page. And here I would be able to go and update the language that's being used. If I wanted to add additional fields, I would be able to do that. And so this is going to let me adjust the words that are being used for the site. The settings that are on the right hand side are very similar to the settings that you would find on a normal fundraising campaign, but it's going to be limited. And what I mean by limited is when you go to people, you'll only have donors because nobody's going to be registering. You'll still be able to see all of the detail related to the transactions like you would on the fundraising campaign. There will still be emails that go out, such as autoresponders, but there's not going to be as many autoresponders because there's not as much functionality for a standalone donation page. You'll still be able to see autoresponders that have gone out to see if people have gotten their donation confirmation. Here you would be able to go and update any language on the site through the campaign dictionary if you wanted to change the wording, If you wanted to change the view that's on the thank you page, if you don't want to call sponsors sponsors, you would come and update it here. You would also integrate with your Salesforce or CRM instance your mailing tools such as Constant Contact or MailChimp or any other integrations that you have. You would connect your payment processor here. Let's say that you were part of a larger organization and this was a special fund. You could have it, you could connect it so that way the funds go directly into that account. On the site content, you would be able to add sponsors in the same way you would for a fundraising page, add images to the media library that would show up on the page, and then see exactly what your page looks like from the back end. For reports, you would have the ability to come and pull reports for all of the credit card transactions, for the donations, and other reports just like you would for a fundraising campaign. I hope that this tutorial was helpful. If there were questions that you have that were not answered in this tutorial, please let us know by contacting support@rallybound.com. And for specific questions on how to dive into the different settings within the backend, we do have additional tutorial videos that will walk you through those areas. Hope you have a great day and good luck!